All right, guys. Welcome to the Q&A stream for 2025. Oh, thanks. Happy New Year to you as well. Oh. Well, I got a brand new computer monitor for Christmas, and I also got some stuff for Hanukkah as well. So I'm going to Well, I got some soundtrack CDs and a couple of DVDs. One of them is all right. Hey,
Flicka, testing. Can you hear me?
yeah. So,
Okay.
So I got some stuff for Hanukkah.
Yeah? What is it?
So one of them I got is this Sesame Street Follow That Bird DVD.
That's awesome. You haven't seen it quite yet, right?
No, I haven't, but I'm hoping to check this one out. I did see Elmo in Grouchland, though. That was amazing. And I wonder what you got.
I don't do any Hanukkah gifts, sorry. Do you know me? I don't do Hanukkah or Kwanzaa that much, Flicka. All I do is Christmas and that's it.
I know. And that's why I'm asking what you got for Christmas.
Oh, I got some cool Wii games. I got two of them. One of them was for my sister and one was for my brother. And I got so many games for Christmas. And then I got some cool t-shirts, which I'm not going to show. And yeah, that's pretty much what I got for Christmas. Just a couple of assortment of other gifts besides some clothes, but these cool video games I admired.
Uh-huh.
And didn't I show you this plush, or didn't I? Or if not, I'll show you. I could give you. I could tell you he's a character from Mickey Mouse. He's named after the character of the one of the Scottish twins of Thomas and Friends.
Oh,
Donald Duck. Ours is.
Yeah, he Donald Duck would speak like that, but
Yeah.
Some other cool stuff I got around that time.
What's the rest of the stuff?
I got some new soundtrack CDs.
That's cool. Did you know I collect CDs too?
Yeah. Wow.
Yep, I see that's the Jungle Book soundtrack CD. Alice in Wonderland. And Pizza Pan.
Yeah, these are the 3 Disney soundtrack CDs that I've gotten.
See, I need to track down some of those. Maybe I'll find both Lady and the Tramp and Lady and the Tramp 2 Games Adventure one of these days. Maybe I'll come across those soon.
And
did you know I got this plushie as well? This plush of another Mickey Mouse character, character from the. They call him a dog. He wears a green hat and he likes to be silly sometimes. Goofy.
Oh, yo, whoa! Oh, hiya!
Hi, everybody.
There's a.
Yeah. What's up?
There's another person joining in, but I'm not sure if you want that. But she is another one of my friends that I sometimes chat to on weekends. We'll give it a try, and if it doesn't work, then
I mean, even though I can try to learn to have to let the others take their turns. But, well, who is the person trying to join?
Her name is NMRKP2003. I chat with her on Instagram during the weekends.
We could just give it one try. I mean, I guess we'll give it. As long as if something doesn't give me issues, like let me explain out some stuff. Hopefully ask her that just to be sure.
Yeah.
I guess while you're doing that, Flicka, do you know what's so strange? I'm holding my Thomas and Friends Steams versus Diesel's VHS. You know what's strange on these 2 learning segments that are cartoon CGI animation, but the different sounds learning segment is live action model animation? You know what's strange on the VHS of Steams versus Diesels?
Well, what is it?
Hey.
All right. We should take turns about and give ourselves time to talk, because I remember the last time that happened, he didn't really get a chance to talk about his own stuff, unfortunately. So maybe you and him can take turns talking.
All right.
That could possibly. Yep. Let's give that a try.
Again, happy New Year, guys.
Thanks. As I was saying, Flick, you know what's strange on the Steamies vs. Diesels VHS on the Getting There and Name That Engine learning segment? They put a number 2. I was like, what? Why did they do that? But on the DVD on Songs and More, there's no number 2. don't you find that funny? But you don't have Steamies versus Diesels on any format, Flicka, just yet?
Hello?
Huh? I
Uh,
was doing my thing, Flicka. I was asking just one thing.
that is very, very bizarre.
Oh yeah, you're saying this, yeah. It is bizarre. You say, yeah, that it has the number 2 on the VHS back cover, but there's no number 2 on the DVD menu.
That is, come on. If there should have been one in the DVD menu as well. Oh, can you hear me? NMRKP 2003.
Hello?
Oh, hi.
Hi. Excuse me. So, I think what I tried to ask earlier was, why were you, I don't know, like, why did you, I don't know, add those goodbye scenes in the live shows for some reason? It's kind of weird and made no sense.
Well, basically, well, you should. I think you should let you explain it, Flicka, because I think she asked the question first.
All right. That was because I thought there were some goodbye scenes like those episodes, but apparently not. There weren't. So I sometimes forgot about it and added them back by mistake a couple of years ago, but now I no longer do it anymore. All right.
That's because you probably haven't seen the Elmo's Gold Saints from Sesame Street live, because they don't have those. Like I said, the only time there's a goodbye scene is in the finale number.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to say, Movie&GameLover98?
Okay, yes, and also, did you know, Flicka, that I just tried out the Sony Pictures and Universal Pictures movie The Holiday with Jack Black and some other actors and actresses, and it was really great.
Wow. Were there any favorite parts of the film that you enjoyed?
I really enjoyed the scene where this one girl went to this guy's house where they had 2 girls. Well, they were kid girls, thankfully. There were no babies in that movie, thank God, because I would have been so pissed. Because you know me, I don't like seeing those in movies that give me issues. Kind of similar, like I would never watch. Isn't that similar? Like, you know how I would never watch the Look Who's Talking films, but I'd rather watch the third one, Look Who's Talking Now.
Okay. I have not seen either of those films.
And I think, yeah, she's hearing what I'm saying. NMRK 2003 is hearing everything I'm saying. But we're both saying, yeah.
Hey, James.
He's called Flick11 2000. Flick11 returns.
Yeah. You know, there are some people that don't like to be addressed by their first name, but it doesn't bother me.
I know it does.
Either.
Well, I guess I'll just bring this. As I was trying to ask this, Flicka, did you know that maybe if we could try a fan-made version of where they could do someone's birthday at Cassie's house, and it doesn't make Kiki and Finn feel less emotionally sad, but something still technically bother them and eventually soon, but well, eventually soon, just not right now, of course.
We'll do it in like maybe the next stream, because right now this is like a Q&A, and she may not really be interested in all this stuff as you and I are.
And yeah, I think our friend just left NRMKB 2003, so I guess we could try it right now. But if you want to do it the next stream, that's fine. It's up to you.
All right.
Just
Well,
I mean, we just don't know. Do you know where we should start it at? Like, but before they head over to Cassie's house.
I'm sorry to hear about that, NMRKP 2003. I'm sorry you're... All right. That sounds like a great idea, NMRKP 2003. If you want, you could ask questions in the chat.
I kind of agree with that too, but anyway.
All right. Let's see.
Let's see. I think so. Whose birthday would happen? But they're doing the sleepover at Cassie's, but it doesn't make Kiki and Finn get emotional too much.
What about when it's Cassie's birthday and she's doing another sleepover, but she's inviting them?
That could possibly do the trick, because you know how we did. Let's see. Ord's birthday was at Zack and Wheezy's, and we did Zack and Wheezy's at Ord's. That could possibly do the trick, because like Cassie doing when we did our fan-made birthday from a treehouse for a different version of Ord's and Happy Birthday. But who should be the one saying hello, Max, Emmy, and Enrique? But Cassie's already at her house.
I don't think we've ever did one of Zack and Wheezy.
Okay. So should it be like both Zack and Wheezy's birthday, or should it just be just Zack or Wheezy's? Or should it be just both? Because both basically they're
because they were.
Well, yes, they explained in the Giant of Nod's debut how when they had that stupid argument, how they explained they were both born at the same time, but one of them grew their head faster, like first, basically. But who would be the one saying hello to Max, Emmy, and Enrique?
Maybe it can be Zack.
Basically, I think we could try it like this, where it basically goes, "Hi, Max, Emmy, and Enrique. How are you guys doing?"
We're doing really great.
Definitely. CC. Aw, that's great to hear. I'm glad you guys are here. It's one of our friends' birthdays today. Whose is it, Wheezy?
It's mine.
And mine too, Zachy. Don't forget, remember? We're both the same birth. We were both at the same birth, remember?
Exactly. Wheezy and I are having our own birthdays today.
Oh, that's cool, guys. Where are you guys gonna have it? Is it gonna be at someone's house?
It's gonna be in our knocker holes.
Weren't we gonna do Cassie's house?
Oh, Cassie has invited us to come to her house to celebrate.
Yeah, Saki and I have never been inside. Well, we've been inside Cassie's house before. We haven't just never done it for our birthdays before. Come along. And Ord is going to be waiting there too.
Max, Emmy, Enrique, I'm glad you came over.
Yeah, we surely did. Gladocracy, we did. It's Zack and Wheezy's birthday today, and we were wondering if we could come inside Cassie's house to have their birthday.
Cease. Oh. Yes, of course, they can come.
Oh, great! Thanks, guys. And And we could even spend the night, right? Just like we did it with Ord's at our Knucker Hole and even at Ord's house.
You betcha!
You were doing... Wasn't that Cassie's? Like she said, you betcha?
Yeah.
Okay. And even my siblings can play with you guys too. Don't you agree, Kiki and Finn?
Yeah, but for one thing, we gotta make sure they stay out of trouble.
Oh yes, we need to make sure that they don't make anything wrong for our birthdays. Because everyone knows we need to they need to give us respect because we're both the two-headed dragon.
And if anybody makes fun of us for having two heads, then that would be inconsiderate and unnecessarily disrespectful.
And today, me and Wheezy are turning a new age today. Which age would Zach and Wheezy turn? 17, 18?
Let's say maybe they turn 17 years old.
'Cause me and Wheezy are 17 today. That means we're close to the end of our teenager years.
Yeah!
Yeah,
I can recall the time I had a very, well, not exactly happy birthday. We'll make sure this doesn't happen to you guys.
Oh, you know it won't, Ord. Me and Wheezy are by our sides if any of us needs your guys' help. And Kiki and Finn are just playing around, laughing, having a great time. What if they admired Zach and Wheezy's CD collection? Zach's CD collection. Hee ha! CDs! Ha! Yes, those are my CDs, Kiki and Finn. But be careful with what you can look at them. Just don't touch them, please. They're very special and valuable to me. My mom and dad, well, me and Wheezy's mom and dad worked hard to give us that because you know me and Wheezy love music.
Don't worry, Zach and Wheezy. No. Zach and Wheezy said do not touch these things. They're going to be very upset if you touch them, okay?
Definitely. Cassie's right, you guys. Just like how I told Max not to touch my yo-yo, but he didn't listen.
Finn! Look out!
What? What if Finn got hit on the head, or he just ducked, or he fell down and
he fell?
What? Oh no, Finn!
Oh, no!
You okay?
Oh no! I was afraid this was going to happen.
Oh.
Sick, Wheezy! Look at what Finn did.
He did what? No, not me and Zacky's music CD collection. Oh no, Finn, come on. That was me and Zacky's music.
Thankfully, they are not broken, but be careful, for real.
And make sure not to touch Wheezy's Tramp musical instruments or anything. But if, as I said, you can look at our stuff, guys, but do not touch. As some other guys in a different country said, for these creatures, look at them, but just don't touch. Sorry if I'm bringing up something from the Wiggles. Flickle of a Returns, like basically we're in the snake.
All right. Even though I hate the Wiggles, that reference is perfectly fine.
I thought you said you used to like Wiggles, but just don't care for them anymore. Well, anyway, as I was trying to say, yeah. But you guys can play with something. Remember we played with blocks at Ord's house? Or basically,
I know you didn't. I know you didn't like the Wiggles. Well, guess what? In MRKP 2003, so do I.
But anyway, as I was trying to say, I think and like I know Vince knew it was just an accident. He didn't mean. Luckily, the things weren't broken. I don't know what Kiki would do on accident. To be honest, what do you think? I'm trying to think what else would happen after that. Do you know what would happen with Kiki doing something on accident, but...
If
this is... Maybe something make Kiki fall down and... I don't know. What do you think? Folklore returns? Do you think maybe Kiki would run into something that caused her to trip and fall down?
Let's say maybe
she
tripped on a rubber duck.
Watch out, Kiki! Watch out for the rubber ducky! What? Ow! Are you alright, Kiki? I knew that was gonna happen. I should have picked up my rubber ducky, silly me. Oh, this isn't going well. First, I told Finn not to touch our music collection. Kiki stepped on our rubber ducky and now she's hurt and she's crying in pain. And who would come into calling out to the scene, everything okay? Could it be Cassie's mom or dad? Maybe try Cassie's mom?
Yeah.
Hello? Everything alright over here, guys?
Not so well, Cassie's mom.
What seems to be having some trouble here? Well, it basically went like this. First, I told Finn to only look at Zack and Wheezy's music collection, but then he fell, and luckily it didn't hurt their music collection a little bit. And then Kiki stepped on the rubber duck on the floor, and she fell over and she tripped and landed on her butt or bottom, and now she has a bad boo-boo. Now she's sobbing in pain.
Oh, don't feel bad. I will fix the boo-boo up. I get them all the time.
I know you do, Zaki, but let's see if we can do this to help Kiki.
There you go. But if it gets worse, then you'll have to go see Dr. Boo-Boo Gone.
But unfortunately, Zaki, Dr. Boo-Boo Gone's not open all day and all night. I think the Dr. Boo-Boo-Gon's cave is only open till around close to 10 o'clock at night.
Well, it won't hurt to look at the time.
I mean it. Yep.
Look at that.
What is
an hour?
But luckily, Kiki didn't get hurt that badly. It's a small cut, so because the floor here is not that hard in Cassie's house. And I think I'm trying to think what else would happen, and then I'm doing the yawning impression of them.
I think it's time for a nap.
Nap time? But it's very late at night.
Oh, in that case, I'm for Betty by time.
Betty by time? No! Oh, play more!
I'm sorry, Kiki and Finn, but you have to go to sleep. If you keep playing, you might disturb us.
Yeah, just like how Zach was really upset when Wheezy gave him a bad morning one time when they were doing that Jugglebug adventure.
Oh, yes. I remember it well, and it turned out to be a depressing disaster.
I know, Saki, but that's all been in the past. But luckily, did Cassie bring the items to help Kiki and Finn still fall asleep, despite we're just having the birthday thing for her?
Yeah.
Yes!
Actually, I have an idea for... I actually have an idea. I will put these headphones on so we can go to sleep and you can play for an extra hour while we sleep there. But then by 9, you'll have to be in bed.
I think Kiki and Finn say they'll do it, Zach. They'll promise to go straight to bed. They'll play for one more hour, but then when it reaches, what would the time be like? Is it what you said it would be 9? Zach said in the fan made dialogue.
Yeah.
When it reaches 9 o'clock, I'll make sure to tell Kiki and Finn it's bedtime.
Exactly, and it's already 8, so we have 1 hour.
Well, then in that case, do any of you guys want a snack? I brought some yummy snacks from home. I brought some chips. And I even made some delicious dragon guacamole.
Dragon guacamole? I'm not sure if I want to eat that.
Are you not a big fan of avocados, Zaki?
I've never tried it before.
Oh, it's delicious. I've tried it before, so did Ord. Here, I'll give you a little bit of a try, Zaki, and if you don't like it, why not have the others try it? Max and Emmy and Enrique could try.
Hey, it's actually not too bad.
See, that's what you did. Remember when we tried at the amusement park, Zaki, and you wanted to try some new stuff, and you tried it?
Yeah. And for trying it.
What is it, Ord, since I tried it?
You can have one of my dragonberry cupcakes.
And to something very delicious I made, some special delicious dragonberry fruit punch. Well, didn't they have some dragons like fruit flavored fruit punch in the regular Dragon Tales episodes, or no? Or I'm not positive that they did.
I'm not
So
sure either.
So I'll just say, you could also try some of my special dragonberry fruit punch, Zach.
Ooh.
It's dragonberry flavored. I know you like that flavor.
It's great.
See that it's delicious. Glad you tried it. My dad made it very special. Yeah, it's delicious, just like I have fruit punch at me and Max's home. Well, I guess we had a little bit of chips. And now it's time for your guys' birthday cake. Look at this, Zach. Just like I made it for you, both you and Wheezy, the cake is shaped like a musical note. And we made 2 different flavors, because I know you and Wheezy like different flavors on your cake.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we made one side vanilla and the other side chocolate, because I think you like chocolate and Wheezy likes vanilla. I think so.
That was very kind of you. How can I ever thank you enough?
Oh, Zach, don't cry. Everything's gonna be okay.
I'm just so happy. Thank you. It gets me right here.
Oh, Zachy. Well, let's have a piece and then we can go to bed. And then we can all go to sleep at the same time as Kiki and Finn. And then they eat their cake. Alright, guys, it's time to get ready for bed. Since it's 9 o'clock at night. And hopefully Kiki and Finn have gone to sleep by then. But I know we gotta whisper since they're probably asleep now.
This has been the best birthday ever.
I know it was for both of us, Zachy. Now we can just we can sleep over here and it'll be morning time. Yeah, hopefully Kiki and Finn have settled down already.
I think they have.
I'm just doing the impression of them sleeping now.
Ninos, I thought I'd drop by to give Kiki and Finn, to give Zach and Wheezy something very special.
And then this time Quetzal does come in, but it's still it's right it's nighttime right now.
You have your very own music musical note necklaces.
That's cool. Thanks, Quetzal. We need to get to sleep soon. I mean, I think that was the impression of Quetzal you were doing, right?
Yes, it was.
Thanks, Quetzal, but we gotta get to sleep soon. Oh yes, very sorry to disturb you, niños. Have a great night.
Come on, Emmy, Enrique. It's almost time to go.
Yeah, I think we should give ourselves the lullabies to let Kiki and Finn finally sleep. Yeah, definitely, Max. We should head home this time, just so it can let our dragon friends sleep. And hopefully they'll have a great time at this. Well, our friends will be staying at Cassie's house. Let's get our lullaby sung for Kiki and Finn, Zach. Well, I think we've done good enough.
Yeah.
Didn't we? Wait. Anyways, let me think of some other things to ask Flicka. Did you know that if you could, maybe you could try getting a few Blu-rays, but they come with DVDs, but some movies you'll have to live with on plain DVD because the Blu-rays and DVDs release separately? Like, say for instance the movie, say for instance like the movie Mr. Deeds with Adam Sandler, or that movie would have to live on plain DVD because the Blu-ray released separately.
Yeah.
But luckily Disney films, you can get them on Blu-ray with DVDs. Would it be cool if you had like a somewhat gigantic Blu-ray collection, but some Blu-rays you have to they come with DVDs inside? Like if you were to get that Blu-ray of Magic Railroad, but use the DVD to play the Magic Railroad film in widescreen?
I don't have that. I think the only Blu-rays that I have are Charlie Brown Christmas and Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Well, you can look in some movie stores to see if you can find those Blu-rays, but they come with DVDs, so you can like somewhat grow your Blu-ray collection, but you can only use the DVDs.
Probably, and she's also asking if you and I both remember that we might have done an Ellis Road and Thomas crossover you and I made up.
Yeah, we did, yeah. And also, did you know that did you know that even though you don't have Thomas Gets Tricked on VHS, Flick Lover returns? That even though you don't have Thomas Gets Tricked on VHS, but on the back cover of the 1990 VHS, they mistakenly call A Big Day for Thomas called A Big Day Out for Thomas, which is very strange. But on all other versions of Thomas Gets Tricked on VHS, as well as the DVD, they were corrected to say A Big Day for Thomas.
Wow.
Yeah? And let's see. Yeah, and didn't I bring this up before, Flicka? Like, you know how when Max and Emmy are saying the rhyme to go back home, to use this rhyme to go back home until next time, they're finishing up the speech right as they're entering their playroom back at home at the end of Finders Keepers Season 2 Dragon Tales episode.
Yeah. And I've also realized that in some episodes, you can see them go back to the playroom, and sometimes they are invisible, but you hear their voices.
Yeah, like, but did you know, like, in an instance, like, this one, at the end of when Cassie the Green-Eyed Dragon, Max and Emmy are saying the rhyme before they warp straight back to the playroom. At the end of Cassie the Green-Eyed Dragon, and when Max says it alone at the end of Something's Missing, he says it fully, completely, and then he teleports straight back to the playroom after the rhyme's done.
All right. She wanted to know if you remembered anything about what you remember about the Elmo's World and Thomas crossover you and I came up with together.
Yeah, I think it was a great idea.
What do you remember about it?
Like Thomas being inside Elmo's world and
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that Thomas inside Elmo's world is pretty cool. That and you have any more questions you want to ask?
Me or
Yeah. You.
Okay. I thought you were talking about some other person. Yeah. Also, did you know when I was a kid, Flick, I didn't notice that in some earlier not Elmo stuff, Muppets. Did you know that some earlier Muppets films that this guy who makes these this Muppet that makes these weird noises, I think his name's called Beat.
I think so. And
Can you believe he was in earlier Muppets films like the Muppet Movie, Muppets from Space, or the Muppets Take Manhattan?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. And she was also asking if what both you and me said about the montage for the Trains episode is. I think it had something to do with many different characters from Thomas appearing in the montage along.
Yeah, and did you also know, if you did watch a particular Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood episode, Flicka, he does show an Arthur plush, Mr. Rogers live action person?
Yes.
I don't think it's on my It's a Beautiful Day collection on DVD of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, but it might be on the others. I'll just have to look through. I don't want to look through every intro. I'm just gonna have to look through all the sets just to see. I don't want to really mess up my discs, Flicka. I just want to see what the episode's called, where Mr. Rogers shows an Arthur plush, because that one particular Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood episode premiered on the same day Arthur came out on PBS.
Probably, but I do know that there was an episode where an animated version of Mr. Rogers in aardvark form appeared in the episode Arthur Meets Mr. Rogers.
I've not seen that episode. I
It's
might.
on the DVD of Arthur's Famous Friends that I have.
Okay, well, maybe I'll just give that episode a try. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And also, yeah, did you know that in some versions of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, which I don't think you have Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, do you not have that movie on VHS or DVD, Flicka?
Probably not, but
Did you know that
I'll
on the...
do it another time.
Did you know that in the VHS, both widescreen or full screen, or the DVD version in widescreen or full screen, they made a puppet version of Yoda, but in later Blu-ray versions and some later DVD versions, they made him CGI? Yeah, I mean, have you seen Phantom Menace before? You just don't own it in your collection?
Maybe not, but I think I might have seen Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
Did you know that John Ratzenberger is in Empire Strikes Back? When I watched this one guy's video showing my John Ratzenberger movie collection, can you believe it? The guy who was in mostly every Pixar movie, John Ratzenberger voicing this character, but he played a particular character in The Empire Strikes Back.
Wow, that's a really cool fact.
And yeah, I know you still don't own Chitty Chitty Bang Bang quite yet, Flicka, but I recommend doing this if you get it on. Well, if you get the Blu-ray combo pack with the DVD inside. Well, in a Blu-ray size case, that is not a standard DVD case, but in a Blu-ray case. But you watch from the DVD.
Yeah.
You probably best to just skip this portion of the movie, like right when you get to the you know what song, which I don't like. Well, even though I did not bring this up, I don't hate the actor Lionel Jeffries who played Grandpa Potts in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, but I just don't like the vocals make me kind of a little bit emotional and posh in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, but I don't hate the actor himself, Lionel Jeffries. Yeah, I know you still don't have this VHS, right, Flicka? But if you do, maybe if you tell me if yours might be the same as mine, where the Dragon Tales on PBS promo may not appear if you get Magic Railroad on VHS.
I've seen the VHS when I went into a former a former day program.
Oh, okay. And you've seen the Magic Railroad VHS there?
Yes, and that had the Dragon Tales on PBS trailer on it.
Okay, so maybe if it's still there, maybe there's a chance you could. Well, even though I might have to. One of these days, Flicka, you and I will have to meet in person. Would it be cool if you and I could actually meet up in real life person? That'd be so cool.
If you decide to come on a little vacation and you have a chance to see me,
would it be so cool? Because I mean, then I could post them on my YouTube channel, and then because you know me, I have some trouble filming videos in real life, Flicka, because I don't like to film stuff while I'm in public because I don't want to be seen, and also I don't want to film stuff where stuff gets on my nerves while I'm trying to shop around places. Well, or there's a possible chance you could come to my state, because, well, I'm not going to say my state out loud. Would it be cool if you came to my state and I could show you some places around my state?
Luckily, I'm not quite sure about it. Maybe, but it would be cool.
We just have to find a way to contact each other for personal contacting, personal stuff. So I'm not going to say it out here, but anyway, let's just get back to the topic at hand. And also, yeah, unfortunately, is it true that on the VHS and DVD release, if we can work it out, that the season 2 website bumper does play after all credits are done? Unfortunately, it's on both the VHS and DVD if we can work it out.
Yes.
Okay. Oh. And yeah, and also, did you know that I'm gonna get these particular Thomas books back, Flicka, when I watched Jake Martin's update video from last year at the end of 2024? There were some Thomas books that were in that book pack that he got. Well, some of them were on bonus features on Thomas DVDs, but I'm getting rid of those because I realized I have those on bonus features on these Thomas DVDs. For example, the books in that pack, Little Engines Can Do Big Things, Magic Railroad book is in Songs from the Station, and Diesel 10 Means Trouble is in Calling All Engines. And the Richard Courtney illustrated Calling All Engines book is in that one too, but I have all those 3 independently because I separate all my Thomas books by illustrator. Like, after I do all the TV series books in my Thomas book collection, Flick, I do them order by illustrator. Who was the oldest illustrator of the Thomas illustration books?
I think Reverend W. Audrey might have been.
Well, I'm talking about not the Railway series by Reverend W. Audrey, but I'm talking about the ones I'm talking about Owen Bell, who did from 1986 through 1996.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, I go by Owen Bell, then Richard Courtney, and then Tommy Stubbs. Even though I'm not sure if Tommy Stubbs and Richard Courtney... Well, technically Richard Courtney did do a Thomas book in the 2000s, starting with Diesel 10 Means Trouble. Isn't that the case? And then Tommy Stubbs did books in 2001?
Yeah, I think so. And I would rate Thomas and the Magic Railroad I would say it's a great film. Even though some people may call it a bad film, I would not say so.
Yeah, and aren't you? And also, did you know that I'm so pleased, Flicka, that they still have a full episode of Shinetime Station Bully for Mr. Conductor on YouTube, so you can give that a shot, and you'll hopefully impress me saying yes, this is better than stupid Bully for you. But make sure when you're watching a Shinetime Station episode, please don't go near the stupid jukebox puppet scenes because those freak me out. But luckily on YouTube versions of episodes, you can scroll through them to get away from those jukebox puppet band scenes of Shinetime Station.
Yeah.
But on VHS tapes, you can't have no other choice but to let it sit through.
I'm pretty sure there is a VHS that has the Ringo version of Thomas's Christmas Party, and it's a Shinetime Station VHS.
Well, did you know I'm not getting that special, Flicka, because I hated those scenes where Matt and Tanya were being so, or when Vicky was being so rude to them, and I cannot stand that part. This is why I can't even watch that anymore. When I get it on VHS, Flick, I'm gonna have to mute everything, but unmute it once a Thomas episode starts, because I just cannot stand the parts with Vicky being so rude to them.
Well, maybe you could mute the audio when that happens.
Well, the beginning was fun, at least. Wow. And also, did you know that Ellen Kennedy of who voiced Kiki, Cassie's mom, and Finn in Dragon Tales, she also did Cassie's sister Sophie?
Whoa! I never knew that.
I mean, I'm surprised, and I was actually so shocked. Did you hear that Ellen Kennedy's birthday was in January, technically? And yep. But you know what's disappointing me a lot, Flicka? Did you know that they don't show the Dragon Tales tickle scenes on YouTube?
They don't.
I love them when they get tickled.
Like
But
they
also,
did in Just for Laughs.
yeah, but I'm saying like, yeah, but I do know. Yeah, I do remember. Like, also when we tried to do the Sesame Street Muppets laughs in this order, Flicka. Maybe if we could try doing the 5 Sesame Street Muppets laughs from the Get Set to Learn PC game. But I'll start with Cookie Monster's laugh, and you'll do Zoe's laugh, and I'll do Oscar the Grouch and Count Von Count, and maybe you'll do Zoe and Big Bird's, but I'll start with Cookie Monster's. Ha ha ha! Ah ah ah! Yep. Yeah. Or yeah, basically, if Elmo was in Get Set to Learn, he would go after Zoe for sure. If they were, yeah. Or yeah, I know a lot of us have done the laughs of characters before. Flicka, maybe like this one, I'll be Orden Cassie's laughs is. Ha ha ha!
That's Max, by the way.
Yeah. I think that was Emmy's laugh, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's how Enrique laughs.
Yeah, like when they laugh at the end of every Dragon Tales episode, I think the way they do Enrique's laughing is so cool. Yeah, every time I don't know. Another thing I'm curious, Flicka. Every time Max says the phrase "it's not fair," every time Max says the phrase "it's not fair," you think maybe like every time I could I don't know, count how many troublesome trucks out of this number Max says the phrase "it's not fair" from Dragon Tales.
It's not fair.
Or like this thing when like, or this like how you know how Ferdinand keeps saying the phrase "that's right" and Thomas and Friends so much, Flicka. We should count how many times Emmy says "definitely" in Dragon Tales. Like, basically when Emmy says "definitely," didn't Emmy say "definitely" in the very first Dragon Tales episode? Didn't Emmy say "definitely" in the very first Dragon Tales episode?
Yes, he did. She did.
Okay. And we need to count how many times. Do you think maybe one of us could find a way to count how many times Emmy said "definitely" in Dragon Tales? Or maybe how many times I don't know. I'm trying to think of some good phrases. Did you know that maybe this one, how many times Wheezy says "love it"? And maybe count how many times Wheezy says "love it"?
I think
yeah.
I think Thomas's whistle goes "toot toot," like in a very, very high pitch.
And Edwards is kind of a pitch like this. And well, did you know that also? Yeah. Also, like how you said yes, Emmy says "definitely" in the very first episode of Dragon Tales. Does Wheezy say? Wheezy does say "love it" in the very first episode of Dragon Tales as well, right?
Yes, we did hear about Britt Allcroft, who passed recently.
But
And
I have Thomas merch to tribute her passing.
hey, Husky-Dog88, it's long time no see in the chat.
Yeah, and also I know for a fun fact, Flicka, that I know that. Did you know that in the oh yeah, did you know that in the episode of Thomas called yeah, in the episode Thomas and the Conductor, when from season 1 of Thomas and Friends, like, do you know, thankfully they changed the line when Thomas, after Thomas says rubbish and narrator said Thomas, luckily they changed it to "you're too slow, you need exercise."
Yeah, because in the UK it sounded offensive. It said, "You're too fat, you need exercise." That was probably changed because it was an insult in the US.
Yeah, I'm glad they said just "you're too slow" in the... But for some reason, all dubs of Tenors and Turntables, they still say fat. No matter if it's Ringo Starr UK or US or George Carlin US version, when James says "no fear" and then the narrator says "Chuckle James, I'm not so fat as you." But luckily, I'm glad in Ringo Starr's US dub of Gordon Takes a Dip as well as George Carlin's, Henry just calls Gordon "hello lazy bones." Basically, I think I could do this flicker, basically where Henry just comes up and says "hello lazy bones" with beep 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 beep. "Hello lazy bones," whistled Henry. "What cheek," spluttered Gordon. "That Henry is too big for his wheels. Fancy speaking to me like that. Me, who has never had an accident." And also, I know that for a fun fact, Flicka, that did you know that I do have? Well, I can't show you the picture. That Do you know how I had to get these images of really great quality when I download them off the internet to show a really cool image of Kiki sleeping on this what you call it thing to make her take her nap with her squishy? I had to go onto this website to make it look crisper to see it easier. Just like how when I look up screen caps from a movie, I have to click on the image fully to basically see the image more crisper and easier. What's so funny? Sorry. That's,
Anyway,
I was just asking this question. Did you know that I look up screencaps from a movie, Flicka, and I just click on the screenshot and then I make sure to download it after looking at it carefully to make sure it comes up crisper and easy? Because I noticed some of these images I've been not doing it so well because I forgot to do that. But luckily I do it from Lady and the Tramp 2, but I also can show anything that's not... It doesn't have to be physical media all the time, Flicka. I can show books and do other things. Here's something I want to show you, Flicka. Here's my... Do you know that there's this one page in the Lady and the Tramp book where Lady is, yes, crying with tears coming out of her eyes? Let me... Right around this page. Right here. Well, and like this one portion of the movie, like Lady scoffed at Tramp to tell her not to call her Pidge. Isn't that silly, honestly? When Lady tells Tramp to please not call her Pidge. What is she, like a pigeon lover? She's a dog who loves pigeons? Maybe that's why Lady Tramp nicknamed Lady Pidge? Because she loves to chase around pigeons? Yeah. But yeah, I know this Actually, there's one tear coming out of Lady's eye. Did you see right here, Flicka? But I think in the actual movie there are several tears coming out of her eyes.
Yeah, you don't see tears coming out of her eyes because she goes into the doghouse.
But in this page, did you notice in this page she is crying a tear out of her eye? Yeah, and you know what infuriates me in the first Lady and Tramp? This is why I don't watch it ever again, Flicka. Why can't... No, I'm saying why didn't Jim Deere and Darling stay with the baby the second he was born? Because everyone knows that once these two married couple have a baby, they have to stay with him for the remainder of a few months before they go back to work, before they eventually get a babysitter. Why can't they just waited a few days? Do you think that would have been better for the first Lady and the Tramp, in my personal opinion? Even though I still liked it better, I just still liked better in Scamp's Adventure that that Baby Junior or Toddler Junior, now voiced by Andrew McDonough, doesn't seem to give a crap. And also look at this, Flick. Here's a goof. Did you know in this book that now here's Junior with his baby PJs on, and but in this page, you notice how they're blue, but in the movie they're pink. Isn't that strange? Isn't this strange? Baby Junior's PJs, but yeah, you've seen the first Lady the Tramp like a few times, but you'll notice in the Christmas scene at
twice.
Okay, I watched Scamp's Adventure twice, but I'm never watching the original again. But in honor of the original Lady and the Tramp turning 70, Flick, I'm just gonna guess what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm gonna do? Watch surprise, watch Scamp's Adventure again, just to honor the. But it would be cool. Would it be cool if both this and Scamp's Adventure released on Blu-ray together? Because of honor of the Lady and the Tramp turning 70 this June.
Yeah.
And mind if I show you the Toss books I was talking to you about? That was in Jake Martin's update video, but I have them separately.
Sure.
Here's this one I'm talking about, but the other ones I just got. I have to decide because I'm trying to get rid of because I don't need them on book form anymore. I just have. This is just the one I'm going to show Flick. It's Calling All Engines. Because reasons. But I really want to find the version with the model photos in book form. I don't think you have any book variants of Calling All Engines at all. You don't have this one, Flicka, or the one with the model photos?
No, but I have the Leapster game of it.
You have the Leapster Calling All Engines? Oh my god, I need to get that back. I guess the Hit Entertainment couldn't do Diesel 10 in Leapster form. They did Lady, though. Did you know they still did Lady when they did Thomas's Dream in the Leapster Calling All Engines, but they didn't do Diesel 10, but they did do Lady and Rusty still? But did you also know that I've seen this, well, I didn't watch this video all the way through, Flicka. I saw this one guy's video he uploaded a few days ago called My Mickey Mouse Collection. The reason do you know what's strange? He shows off the Toy Story, some of the Pixar films, because they have a Mickey Mouse like watch in the scenes, in some particular scenes. Well, even though it's called My Mickey Mouse Home Media Collection, in his video, Flicka, he shows off some Disney films as well as Pixar that they say that there's a scene where they have a Mickey Mouse merchandise to show off a Mickey Mouse thing in the scenes of the movie. Like, say for instance, in the scene in the first Toy Story, there's a Mickey Mouse watch on Andy's room's wall, in the wall in Andy's room. When they notice they're going up to the window to see what's going on with Sid outside, there's a Mickey Mouse watch on the wall of Andy's room. That's why the guy showed Toy Story in his Mickey Mouse home media collection.
Wow.
Maybe. Well, I don't know. I couldn't do this with all the other Disney films, to be honest. But and you probably have seen 102 Dalmatians, correct, Flicka? But have you seen 102 Dalmatians before? But you just don't own it.
Thanks, Husky
Oh.
Doggy. That
Okay, I know you're saying thanks to.
101 Dalmatians, the animated one, and I've seen a little bit of the live action, but I've not seen 102 Dalmatians.
Okay, hopefully, maybe Flicker, you'll try the live action remake of 101 Dalmatians and then watch 102 Dalmatians. And you still haven't watched Patch's London Adventure? Which here's this is this VHS. I brought this up, Flicker. Maybe if you could get this on Blu-ray, you'll watch it through the DVD because your player can only read DVDs. But if you actually buy these on Blu-ray, they come with DVDs anyway.
Yeah, and apparently I looked at the credits for 101 Dalmatians 2, Patch's London Adventure. Catherine Beaumont does one of the unknown voices in this film.
Yeah.
Well, Catherine Beaumont only appeared in 2 animated Disney feature films. Alice in...
Yep. Yeah. And I also know that that if I do get another 1996 VHS of Oliver and Company Flick, I will just take out the tape that doesn't make the awful buzzing noises, but I will use the other clamshell as my replacement for Robin Hood, since that one fell to pieces a little bit. My Robin Hood Masterpiece Collection VHS clamshell, but the tape works good. Even though I only tested the tapes through the beginning, I didn't let them play all the way through. Because you know me, it's hard for me to watch feature films on VHS, but I can just let the opening somewhat play without watching it all the way through. Like, say for instance, when I was doing let me see if I can get those, Flick. I could try to get them, the Lady and the Tramp and Lady and the Tramp 2 Scamps Adventure VHSs. I let them play through the opening, but I didn't watch them all the way through. But also, I will tell you this. I will ask you this, Flick. Did you know that I did watch the Lady and the Tramp 2 Scamps Adventure, the making of Lady and the Tramp 2 Scamps Adventure from Tramp to Scamp, and I didn't hear a single noise of the baby crying from the original Lady and the Tramp, but yes, they did do some ways to animate the Scamps Adventure scenes a little bit better than the original. But at least they showed some clips from the first Lady and the Tramp that didn't involve the baby parts that ticked me off when I watched the making of Lady and the Tramp 2 Scamps Adventure through my Blu-ray. Yeah, when I like I said, yeah, when I watched the Lady and the Tramp 2 Scamps Adventure, the making of Lady and the Tramp 2 Flicker there, I was actually shocked. There were some scenes where they did show how Junior looked like as a 2-year-old kid, but you know what I really wish I could have seen? I would like to have seen a video, like a bonus feature, where they would show the voice cast of the characters behind the scenes. That's what I want. Do you know? I wish I could have saw that, Flicka. They had a one where they met the voice actors who did the characters in Lady and the Tramp 2 Scamps Adventure. Basically, I could see what they looked like before they were officially grown up, and because you know, coming up in a few days, Flick Love 2000 returns that this coming up at the end of this January is Andrew McDonald's 31st birthday, and I might watch Scamps Adventure in honor of his birthday. And if I do that, Flicka, as well as watch Scamps Adventure in honor of the original Lady and the Tramp turning 70 this year, counts as me watching Scamps Adventure 4 times. Even though technically I don't need to really watch the film over and over again, I just need to I just watch it to see if I like it. Well, anyway, you know what I mean, because I mean, I really just don't really need to watch the film over and over again, like I said. And you were explaining that you've well, yeah. I don't know how many times have you seen the 101 Dalmatians 1961 animated version? Like, I'm curious.
Once.
Okay. Same here with I've watched it a few times. This classic. I've watched it first through Disney Plus and a couple times on the Blu-ray and maybe the DVD and this VHS. Yeah, you probably don't know how many times you watched Oliver and Company, Flicka. I've watched Oliver and Company so many times. Can you believe I watched it so much now? Well, can you believe I still remember the time I watched Oliver and Company so much?
You've watched it for like about maybe 20 to 30 times because it's so.
Well, I watched it up to 10 times. Well, obviously, I watched it probably a 10th time in honor of its anniversary back in 2023.
Yeah.
And oh yeah, and yeah. I'm also curious. Like, I know that did you know that the episode from season 1 of Dragon Tales Follow the Leader is a play on the word the song from Peter Pan following the leader?
Following the leader.
Yeah. Wherever he may go, yeah. Yeah, I was just keeping an eye on the time. Flick, it's 10:43. I still got some.
We'll stay until it like reaches like maybe 9 something.
That's 9 something your state, and it's AK close to 11 in my state. Yep, okay, we'll just keep asking some more stuff. But anyway, yeah. But also, I know how I brought up. There were only. Did you like when I watched the 10 Years of Thomas VHS and DVD a few times, Flicka? You know the clip where they introduce Percy's ghostly trick after Terrence the Tractor is over, but before they show the clips for before Percy's ghostly trick is about to play. Like, you know, when this kid's mom asks names off all these Thomas characters, but some of them are not trains. Like some of the stuff is not engines, like Terrence and the milk truck. They say like the milk truck and Terrence, but those are not engines. They should have just said Thomas the Tank Engine characters rather, not trains, because you know it's crazy. The milk truck and Terrence are not trains.
Yeah,
They're not.
Yeah, we can still. Even if Movie and Game Over 98 may get off the chat at 9, I might stay.
I mean,
until 10. I might stay on until 10, even if.
Well, as I was trying to say, like, yeah, after they say these kinds of Thomas characters, yes, I know I can hear a baby sobbing faintly in the background in the 10 Years of Thomas VHS, or it's on the DVD too. So, like, in the 10 Years of Thomas program at least, yes, someone's baby is faintly crying in the background, but it's not too loud. Not like the Bad Thomas the Babysitter, so that's why I have only, well, two things of Thomas I own on physical media. Well, even though I can avoid the Thomas the Babysitter episode altogether. Yeah, I know you still don't have the Wild Water Rescue DVD quite yet, Flicka, but if you do watch it, you'll probably listen to the Determination song that's the model version that's on Wild Water Rescue that they used by accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, also I do know that yeah, it's also funny. It's like, you know how some portions of the deleted missing coach episode were actually in the final versions of some episodes. Because, you know, in one scene when Percy and James are being told off by Sir Topham Hatt for causing so much trouble, you can see some express coaches pushing Thomas's special coach in the background. One of the deleted scenes from the missing coach is in Percy and the Signal.
Yeah.
Like, you could also, it's also in some portions in, yeah. And I also know for a fun fact, because didn't we bring this up, Flicker? Like, you know how why couldn't have Ort just said in Castle of the Green-Eyed Dragon, it's another baby dragon? Because he already met a baby dragon in Baby Troubles before?
Yeah.
But like I said, that doesn't upset me too much. He could have just said, it's another baby dragon. Just extended his sentence. Just like how, you know, you know what thing I would have wished that what was that? You know how I know you don't have that many Star Wars stuff on physical media, Flicka, but if you were to get another new Star Wars thing on physical media, Flicka, which one would you have to pick from, like, since you do have all the Star Wars original trilogy films technically on physical media?
I think so.
And
Have you? Husky Dog 88 is asking if you've seen either Sonic 3 or Mufasa in theaters.
I seen them in theaters separately. I didn't see them on the same day. I saw Sonic the Hedgehog 3 basically before Christmas, and then after the New Year started, I saw Mufasa the Lion King. And I gave them both a 10 out of 10 in my personal opinion, because I liked how they had some cool things that I liked. I mean, you still have not watched the first two Sonic movies yet, Flicka, but the good news is Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is technically coming out on Blu-ray soon, but you'll have to get it on plain DVD because it doesn't... The Blu-ray's not going to come with the DVD guaranteed. And I guess I know what I mean, but you know what also I could do, Flicka, if I do another opening to the Oliver Company 1996 VHS? But you know what I could do if the thumbnail actually uses a picture from the Toy Story coming to video trailer, I could switch the picture, because you know some people use stock photos to show the products I'm doing the opening to, so I don't have to worry about these random thumbnails from my camera getting in the way when I do videos on that. So basically, if I do another Oliver and Company 1996 VHS opening, I'll just swap it with a clip art image of the VHS itself, just so it doesn't give me some nerving nightmares.
Yeah.
And also, I do know the fun fact that, yeah, also something funny, Flicka, is that when I was watching, I guess I'll bring this up. Did you know that the Tower of Blocks in Dragon Tales Baby Troubles has the colors of the rainbow? But some of them represent the Thomas and Friends original scene team with the 8 members, including Toby. Basically, the color green is Percy, Emily, and Henry, and red is for James, and well, I guess just these colors, because just green, red, and blue. Like when Kiki's gonna attempt to pull that block off the tower, that these 3 colors represent the colors of the Steam team. Red represents James, green represents Percy, Henry, and Emily, and blue is Thomas, Gordon, and Edward.
Yep.
Or, like, you know how these colors could... could represent the SpongeBob characters a little bit from the Tower. You know, these colors could all represent the SpongeBob characters from the Tower of Blocks, technically. Like, see, like yellow for SpongeBob, and let's see. Wait, I think it's green for Squidward and red for Mr. Krabs.
It might be like bluish gray. Plankton is green.
Okay, so green for Plankton and Squidward, and I'm not sure for Sandy because
Sandy is brown.
Okay, but when she's in her other outfit, because you know it's so funny. Like, you know, I'm used to this episode when I watch this scene. Well, even though I don't, season 4 is meh. Flicka, do you know that I liked the scenes towards the end of the episode of season 4's Chimps Ahoy? Like, you know, when Sandy asks, "What's all the monkey business?" and she comes into the tree dome with her suit on, but her helmet's not on her head. Isn't that? But don't you find that cool though? Like Sandy was in her tree dome with but her suit was on, but she doesn't have her helmet on. And it also occurs in the SpongeBob movie Sponge Out of Water when they're 3D animated the SpongeBob characters. That you know how Sandy has her suit on, but she doesn't have her helmet on. Which could also, you know, it could also throw me to the Toy Story films because you know how Sandy doesn't have her helmet on, but her suit is on. Kind of similar to how like the regular Buzz in these Toy Story films, he'll sometimes have the helmet on and sometimes he won't have it on. Don't you find that cool, Flicka, that you kind of admired that scene in Chimps Ahoy of SpongeBob season 4 when Sandy was in her tree dome with her helmet off, but her suit was still on? Which I kind of liked. But you know what's also strange in some SpongeBob episodes when SpongeBob's in Sandy's tree dome? Like when he goes through her tree dome for the first time, but he finally gets the water helmet. The helmets are placed on backwards. Isn't that strange? They're placed upside down, but in later episodes they're placed on the right way. Despite I Hate Modern SpongeBob, they put the helmets on the right way. Blowing. And I also noticed for a fact, Flicker, that you know that there's one instance if you play a Thomas episode played the normal way, but in one scene they'll flip the picture the other way, but they didn't film it at a different angle. Like in the example, the episode Jack Frost, the episode is everything seems normal, but in Percy's other close-up, they flipped him the wrong way. Like when he still got icicles, he looks like Jack Frost. It's like basically if you're reflected off a mirror, it's supposed to be going. Percy's lamp is supposed to be on that side. Anyway.
So, do you have a few more questions?
I think there's still some cool things I can bring up, honestly.
Sure.
So I guess I could stay for a little bit more, and so I guess but even if it gets close to 11:30 in my area, I think that's when I'll leave. Because I think
maybe 11, maybe 15 minutes before 11:30, 11:15 maybe.
That could do the trick. I mean, if you're gonna keep going, that's fine. Because I mean,
yeah, I'll keep going. Maybe until like 10 or 10:30.
I mean that's possibly fine. Because I mean,
I understand if you'll have to leave earlier, but I'll keep staying on till like 10:30.
Yeah, I mean I guess that's fine. I guess I could chat in the live chat. Well, ask some questions still to keep it occupied. But anyway, and yeah, and also I noticed how I brought up so many times, Flicka, how in some episodes of Dragon Tales, Emmy's white socks disappear from her shoes, which is an animation error. We'll have to count all the episodes in which that happens. And I also know that that hopefully when we do the the Sony Pictures movie collection stream eventually soon, Flicka, I will. This time I'll remember when we get to the H tiles. Some point I'll remember to show The Holiday, and when we get to S's, I will remember to get to Seinfeld early. Hopefully, when we do that, when we do the Sony movie. When is the Sony movie collection stream? I'm curious. Probably this month or maybe next month or I was just thinking what date are we gonna probably do the Sony movie collection? Sony home media collection.
Maybe on. I was hoping maybe the 24th of January.
24th. Okay. But I'll tell you this now, Flicka. I am going to be doing. I know this is kind of early to say, but I am just going to keep telling you remind you every stream that on the first stream of February this year I'm going to be doing is going to be on the second weekend of February. Technically on the February the 8th, an early birthday stream for Jake Martin. Because last time I tried to do did you know that last year I tried to do a birthday stream for Jake Martin on his 20th birthday, and I had to do it somewhere. I had to do my recording somewhere else. But luckily, I can just do it whenever I like. So hopefully, I think I'm going to say this around February 8th. Well, I know the date. I mean, on February 8th at around maybe 2:35. I think, yeah, around 2:35 p.m. on February the 8th on Saturday. Because I think just to make it easier, Flicka, since some of my YouTube friends are unfortunately still in school, I'm just gonna do streams on just weekends just to be sure. But when summer hits, I'll just do it any day of the week. Both June and July just to be sure. But August I do it on weekends to be safe. So hopefully maybe the one I do on February 8th, I'll do Jake Martin's early birthday. Just to be sure, because I tried to do it on Valentine's Day last year and I couldn't. Well, I tried to do it without any distractions, but I had to do it so hopefully maybe around you'll join my early birthday stream for Jake Martin on February 8th at around. Or if you got stuff planned that day,
I can try.
Okay, hopefully keep that scheduled February 8th on a Saturday at I think around 2:35 is when I'll do it. So I'll do 2:35. Hopefully remember that 2:35 p.m. on February 8th. Just to be sure, I'll just do an early birthday stream for Jake Martin. Keep that memorized. Well, let's keep going on asking other stuff. Yeah, I know you did an amazing. Remember, in one of my streams, you did an amazing job of Lady's impression from the first Lady in the Tramp when she said goodbye and take this with you, and you did her sobbing impressions. I still remember that. I was quite impressed. You did an amazing job. I could try to do it myself.
Yeah.
Basically, well.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I tricked you.
And then I do Ladies Goodbye and take this with you. I think that's my cue to say Ladies Goodbye and take this with you. Oh, who said sorry I tricked you? Was that the Tramp saying that?
I think it might have been.
And I think this is my cue to say Ladies Goodbye and take this with you. Well, I guess I could try it myself. Basically, it goes like this. Goodbye, and take this with you. How was that for mine? Was it good?
Yep.
Okay. Well, almost as good as yours. So anyway. Yeah. And also, I know for a fact, Flicka, did you know that even though I like how on the poster art of Dragon Tales Yes We Can DVD in the episode the poster art, a deleted picture from a whole lot of maracas going on where Cassie's hand is on Max's shoulder, but in the actual episode, Cassie didn't do that on Max. But even though it's strange, you know how in the Big Cake Mix-Up, Cassie has her hand on Emmy's shoulder? Which I guess that's cute. Even though that's cute, I will admit. And I also know for a fact that yeah, I can't even. Do you know I can't even do the portion in Little Mermaid when King Triton is so pissed at Ariel, and I can't do.
I consider myself a reasonable merman. I set certain rules, and I expect those rules to be obeyed. Is it true you rescued a human from drowning?
I love him, Daddy.
Have you lost your senses completely? He's a human! You're a mermaid!
But Daddy,
help me, Ariel! I am going to get through with you. And if this is the only way, so be it.
Oh, by the way. Oh, and I do know for a fact that I do know this is... Why do you get to go first? 'Cause I'm a lady. From the Aristocats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I know for a fact that after at the end of the main adventures of Winnie the Pooh, when Christopher Robin says to Winnie the Pooh, when he says to this, remember this line when he says, "Not even when I'm 100."
How old shall I be then?
99. You silly old bear. He also says, "Did you know you've seen Christopher Robin as well, Flicka? Have you seen Christopher? Did you know that? Yeah, the adult Christopher Robin will still say silly old bear, but with Ewan McGregor doing it, you silly old bear." Yeah. I also. Yeah. Did you know that there's a difference in the version of Annie Clarabelle singing about Percy being put upon in the Michael Angelos or Alec Baldwin version? I think I could hear what the Michael Angelos was how they were singing Percy's been put upon. I know how it goes in the... Did you know how I actually figured out how it goes in the Angelos dub, but I'm so good at the Alec Baldwin version of Annie Clarabelle's song about Percy's being put upon, Flicka? I can do Angela... Or... You've probably seen the Angelos version of Put Upon Percy, where they add additional tee-hee-hee after it's done, but it doesn't happen in the Alec Baldwin narration. I could even try both versions. Percy's been put upon, Percy's been put upon, poor old Percy. Tee-hee-hee-hee. Or in the Alec Baldwin goes, Percy's been put upon, Percy's been put upon, poor old Percy. And there's no tee-hee sound in the Baldwin version. And yeah, and yeah. Also, I know for a fact, Flicka, that maybe if we do the Disney, home media collection stream on your side. Maybe we'll still go the same order once you do if we do Disney home media collection stream in several parts, where we go ones by different ones that were 2D animated, then we go to Pixar and 3D animated films in live action.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure if we could do... Well, this year does mark... I think it still technically qualifies the 25th anniversary of the Gold Classic Collection Disney section, but you don't have that many Disney movies on
I don't have any in the Gold Classic Collection.
Did you know that the one Pixar film I'm going to get on Gold Classic Collection VHS is a Bug's Life flicka, so I can stay away from the Tarzan trailer getting in my way? That's the only version of VHS version of A Bug's Life I'm going to get, is the 2000 Gold Classic Collection VHS of A Bug's Life. But also, speaking of this, I know you don't have the... You're never going to be able to find the 2007 VHSs of Cinderella 3: A Twist in Time flicka and Cars, because those 2007 VHS copies are so rare. And I also know for a fact, flicka, that... Yeah, but also it's strange when I was watching just for laughs on so many times flicka. It's like, do you know this one scene when Emmy's kneeling on the ground? In this one scene, yes, her white painted socks disappear, but for this scene when did you know when Cassie's hugging Kiki and Finn is watching them, her white socks come back?
Uh-huh.
So yeah. Yep, 7 minutes till I leave. Anyways. Well, so let me think of other things to ask about. Yeah. I do want to show you that I have It's a Wonderful Life on VHS. Look at it, you know, I still have It's a Wonderful Life on VHS, but I just didn't watch it all the way through quite yet. Just to give it another
classic.
Yeah, I mean, it's perfect to watch around that Christmas season. I mean, do you have It's a Wonderful Life on any format?
No.
Please give it a try. It's worth a try. You can always watch it on any format. You could get it on whatever format you like. It looks identically if you get it on the Blu-ray or the DVD. Well, I don't think the Blu-ray comes with the DVD. I don't know. I don't think it does. But anyway, but I know there's a DVD counterpart. But anyway. Yeah. And I do... I also do know that... Oh yeah, this is what I was trying to ask. Did you know that in the Thomas episode from Thomas season 2's Percy's Ghostly Trick, that they took the nursery rhyme from Three Little Pigs? Isn't it funny they used a Three Little Pigs reference in a Ghostly episode? Isn't that silly? Yeah. And also, I know... Yeah, even if we were to meet up in person, Flicka, I guess I'll ask you this. Did you know I could even offer you to give you my Blu-ray of Lady and the Tramp, which comes with a Blu-ray and DVD, just to somewhat make your Blu-ray collection a little bit bigger, but I have to come to your state, because, like I said, I don't think there would be... would it be impossible for you to come to my state and I could just give you the thing, or...
It probably would.
One of the two would have to obviously work. Well, wait. And also, I do know for a fact that... But also, did you know that even though how the episode Dragon Scouts remind me, I was such a scaredy shy kid in preschool, Flicka, back in 2001 when that episode first premiered. Well, actually, I was in preschool after that episode. No, I was in preschool when it came out. The elderly dragon that the Dragon Girl Scouts help out her on her garden is also voiced by Ellen Kennedy.
Wow.
Yeah, but yeah, it's also. But do you know what would be better if Emmy just made like a put a smile on that face instead of just feeling so shy and nervous? Because come on, she's supposed to be like the sensible girl of anything. And I found out like who is. Did you know that the writer, like I said, I told him, "What's your problem of this episode?" Did you know I found the writer of A Cool School, which they made Max's animation terrible, where his eyebrows make him more angry at something? I found out who the writer was. Did you know that the writer of A Cool School, I think it's Cliff Ruby, I think.
Yes, Cliff Ruby is the writer, and Elena Lesser.
I would be like, Cliff Ruby, what is your problem? Making Max get more angry at thinking it's going to be too hard on his first day of school? Couldn't have been better if he just kept acting more nervous without getting angry? Because, come on, when I was at my first day of preschool, I was scared, a little scared, but I was not angry. That's not how you're supposed to act, Max. You're supposed to be a little bit nervous, but don't get that mad. And yes, I know I'm not sure who the writer is of Who's the writer of the Bad Miami or Bust, Flicka? But who's the writer of Good Something's Missing?
I'm going to look it up.
But because unfortunately, did you know that these two episodes of season 6, this writer made Percy act like a dummy, not knowing what this word is? I think it's Robert Kingsland who wrote Harvey to the Rescue and Gordon Takes a Tumble, where they made Percy act like a stupid buffoon not knowing a word. Sorry for saying that word. I was like, Robert Kingsland, what's your problem? Making Percy act like a dumb one, not understanding what this word means?
Jeffrey Scott wrote Miami or
That's right, it's Jeffrey's.
Jeffrey Scott wrote Miami or Bust.
So somebody else had to write Something's Missing, anyway. I'll just ask one more thing normally, Flicka, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and leave, but I think I could find a way to still chat with you. Like I said, you'll still be on when I leave, and you said around 10:30 you'll stop your time zone, and that'll be after 30 after midnight my state.
Yeah.
So I think I'll just ask one more thing normally. I'll just ask this kind of thing normally. Maybe for this Valentine's Day, Flicka, maybe try out laying the Tramp 2 Scamps Adventure, or if not, maybe try it on the day of Andrew McDonald's birthday to try from me, and then to eventually tell me if you like it or not, and see if it's as equally as good in your opinion as the original Laying the Tramp. Maybe try that on Andrew McDonald's birthday on the 27th of January. Watch Lay the Tramp 2 Scamps Adventure, or for my special Valentine's Day treat, try that out. Try watching Scamps Adventure. Okay. I guess you'll say that's a maybe for you. Rolling. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and go, Flicka, but you'll still be going live, but I'll see if I can still ask questions in the live chat. Oh, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and go, Flicka. Thanks for letting me be on, at least, but I'm going to still chat with you, hopefully, if I can.
All right.
Yep. I'll just go, Flicka. Thanks for having me on to chat, and I'll still be able to chat with you in the live chat as well.
Okay, so it's just me. So I came up with the idea after Warner Brothers released Clifford's really big movie, and here is what I decided to come up with for the Warner Brothers reprints of those Artisan and Lionsgate Clifford releases. First of all, late 2015 releases. By 2015, Warner Brothers can reprint the Artisan DVDs and Lionsgate DVDs because WB released Clifford's really big movie, of course. But in 2015, we can call it for Clifford Saves the Day and Clifford's Fluffiest Friend Cleo, the 2015 reprint. We could call it the Rescue and Best Friend Collection. Rescue and Best Friends Collection. And then for Happy Birthday Clifford, we could call it like Birthday and Holiday Collection. The 2015 reprint of Happy Birthday Clifford and Puppy Love will be Birthday and Holiday Collection. It never says, but let's just say that his birthday is September 4th because that's when the show premiered. And so WB would release and for Clifford Tries His Best and Clifford Schoolhouse, the last 2015 reprint title, before we get into the 2016 ones, Clifford Tries His Best and Clifford Schoolhouse can be called the Courage and Fun Collection. And obviously, the first 2016 one will be a reprint of King Clifford and Be My Big Red Valentine called the Royalty and Love Collection. And in the next 2016 release that can come out, look out Clifford and Big Fun in the Sun, can be the Fun and Adventure Collection. That could be the title. And then for the reprint of Rock and Roll Clifford and Team Clifford, we could call it the Music and Sports Collection. How does that sound? that will be another 2016 release. You know, it's funny. My dad keeps mentioning what would happen if Clifford got rabies and ate everybody, and we laughed out loud. But it would be creepy. So for the Warner Brothers reprints of those Clifford releases, we came up with those titles. 2015 releases, the Rescue and Best Friends collection would be the reprint of Clifford Saves the Day and Clifford's Fluffiest Friend Cleo. The reprint of Happy Birthday Clifford and Puppy Love will be the Birthday and Holiday collection. And for Clifford Tries His Best in Clifford's Schoolhouse, we could call it the Courage and Fun, the Courage and Creativity collection. For Clifford Tries His Best in Clifford's Schoolhouse, the 2015 reprint would be called Courage and Creativity collection. '16 reprint, the first one for 2016, King Clifford and Be My Big Red Valentine, will be titled the Royalty and Love collection. The reprint of Look Out Clifford and Big Fun in the Sun will be the Fun and Adventure collection. Rock and Roll Clifford and Team Clifford will be called the Music and Sports collection. And then for Everyone Loves Clifford and Good Friends, Good Times, we could call it the Friends and Family collection. And the reprint of Doggy Detectives will be called the Mystery collection. New Baby on the Block will be called the Getting Along collection. And the last one for 2016, Growing Up with Clifford, will obviously be called the Growing Up collection. And then maybe, actually that's the second to last one. The last one for 2016 will be Clifford's Really Big Halloween. That would be called the Autumn collection, because not every episode focuses on Halloween. And in the first one for 2017, 2017, Doghouse Adventures will have the title, let's see. More Canine Fun. That can be a title for the 2017 reprint of Doghouse Adventures from Warner Brothers. And then for Playtime with Clifford, we will just simply call it Playtime Collection. And for A Big Help, we'll call it the Helping Out Collection. Those would be the 2017 releases. And then for the 2018 releases, Dog Days of Summer will be called the Summer Collection. Why, thanks. And then for Best Buddies, we'll call it the Friendship Collection. And in the last one, Celebrate with Clifford, we'll call it the Parties and Celebrations Collection. They would basically still have the same content as the respective artisan releases, except they will be updated with the Warner Home Video logo at the beginning. The menus will be exactly the same. It'll still keep the bonus features. The bonus features will not be taken away for those reprints. They will still be kept intact. And how did you like the idea? We have the same episodes as those original releases that Warner Brothers would reprint, but we changed the titles this time. I have only uploaded one opening and closing to a fan-made Warner Brothers reprint of a Clifford the Big Red Dog DVD release. It's the Royalty and Love Collection one. Shame on you, Cleo, is what Christian would probably say. Have you seen the Looney Tunes short, Ain't That Ducky? I have, and I can tell you, it is not really good. This yellow duckling says, shut up! Over and over again. And in one scene, he's like, keep your hands off, Mr. Anthony! Even though he's really Daffy Duck. Of course, Foghorn Leghorn would obviously say, shut up, to Barnyard Dog sometimes when he goes all wild and acts all bonkers and crazy. Sylvester even says it on a couple of occasions, too. I think Ain't That Ducky was the first short where Looney Tunes ever used the words shut up on a character. The yellow duckling says it to Daffy in Ain't That Ducky. Daffy even says it in one episode, which is Hollywood Daffy. Foghorn Leghorn says it in many shorts, like Walkie Talkie Hockey, his first appearance, Henhouse Henry, Leghorn Swoggled, The High and the Flighty. Even Bugs Bunny says it once to Yosemite Sam. And I showed these to Movie&GameLover98 earlier, but I got free new soundtrack CDs at the end of the year. This is one of them. This is the Jungle Book soundtrack. Yes, that is the original Jungle Book soundtrack. I also got this. This is the soundtrack to the 1951 Alice in Wonderland. Soundtrack that I just got. On December 29th, 2024. And the last Disney soundtrack I got recently is this one. The soundtrack to the 1953 film Peter Pan. And I'm surprised that Catherine Beaumont only appeared in this film and in Alice in Wonderland, and then stopped appearing on Disney films afterwards. She departed right after Peter Pan completed production. Which is a shame, because she could have been in other films as well. Like, she could have appeared in Lady and the Tramp as maybe Lady's puppy, if Lady had a puppy of her own. She could have also appeared in Sleeping Beauty and possibly even 101 Dalmatians. But she began becoming a teacher in 1962 until 1998 when she retired. Oh, according to what I found out, she became a teacher in California, in an elementary school in California. She retired in 1998. after teaching for 36 years. Can you believe it? 36 years. Whoa! Lewis Carroll was a math teacher? I have seen both films starring Beaumont herself, and she did phenomenal. She did absolutely phenomenal. Did an absolutely phenomenal job voicing the main character Alice herself in this film, as well as voicing Wendy Darling. This is Wendy Darling right there in Peter Pan. But when you and I came up with our fan-made 6th season together, we both imagined that she would come back to do major voice acting for the first time since 1953, beginning with the fan-made 6th season of the 2000 series, with her first episode being Birdwell's Got Talent. So, she was the voice of Alice in 1951 and Wendy in 1953 in the film Peter Pan. And then she retired, and then we imagined that she would come back in 2006 in the fan-made 6th season of Clifford the Big Red Dog, beginning with episode 7, which is Birdwell's Got Talent. And here she would be voicing a British green poodle named Tammy, of course. Oh, would you like me to tell you what exactly happens in those scenes that I did on internet, that I made on Internet Archive? Well, yeah. Plus, you get a very, very British accent, reminiscent of Beaumont's charming voice. And older than Cleo as well. And with a British dog named Tammy, Captain Beaumont makes a perfect choice for her to voice Tammy. Because I loved her voice. It was really fantastic. Plus, she was a Disney legend and a very talented British actress. And I thought it would be unfair to just have her be in 2 films and then depart completely from major voice acting, and thought, give her another chance to come back. So lo and behold, we came up with Fan-Made Season 6, added Catherine Beaumont to the voice cast of Clifford the Big Red Dog, where she voices Tammy the British Green Poodle. And there you go. She comes back as the voice of Tammy the British Green Poodle and Clifford the Big Red Dog. 1953 design is the best. I like the animated Peter Pan and Wendy better. I did not see the 2023 version, but I have seen the 1953 version. How did you like that we decided to have some Disney legends come be voice actors in Clifford the Big Red Dog? Because for season 3, we would get Samuel E. Wright, who also did Sebastian from The Little Mermaid, as Charlie's uncle Benjamin. And then for season 4, we did Jerry Orbach for some episodes for season 4 and possibly season 5 as well. And then for season 6, we decided to add in Catherine Beaumont and Jodie Benson. Okay. Yeah, I have Disney Plus. That would be so cool. Husky Dog 88. Hey, I just thought of something. What if Disney decided to make a film all about the Cheshire Cat himself? In 1955. Yeah, but it's very rare to come across a copy of Thomas Gets Tricked with George Carlin's narration. Yeah. That is so cool. I wish you good luck on finding these. If they were to make a Cheshire Cat film, we'll have the Cheshire Cat be the main character, and Alice will be a supporting character, not appearing as frequently as she did in the original Alice in Wonderland, but she still appears. She just doesn't appear as often in this one as she would in the original Alice in Wonderland. And we will still have Sterling Holloway reprise the role of the Cheshire Cat, of course. I never knew that. Movie&GameLover98. Mary-Kate and Ashley played Pebbles Flintstone in the live-action Flintstones movie. I do know John Goodman voiced Fred Flintstone, and I do know that that Rosie O'Donnell did Betty Rubble, but I have not seen the live action film. I've seen the animated series, though. What do you think the fresh and new plot for the Cheshire Cat film? What do you think the plot for the new Cheshire Cat film should be about, Husky Dog 88? And obviously, Catherine Beaumont would reprise her role of Alice. Oh, E.T. I would probably have Spielberg bring something new to the table that has never been done for E.T. He would not copy off the original this time. He would bring something new to it. And I like all three of the Honey films, the Honey Eye films. Yeah, I've seen that before, and it was kind of funny when he got stung by a bee in the nose in James Goes Buzz Buzz. But yeah, those scenes in Gordon the Gremlin and Alicia screaming and Thomas Percy and the Squeak, they didn't even scare me at all when I've seen them. Whoa, almost the same level as Cassie the Green Eyed Dragon. That's yeah, that's cool. I never knew that, and I'm sorry to hear about that. Thankfully, neither of us are. Thankfully, neither of us in the family are allergic to cats. And Husky Dog 88, how do you like this? Since Clifford and Christian are both dogs, and Clifford would be playing the tuba, we could have Christian play the contrabassoon. That is a very big woodwind instrument. And I know some females play the bassoon, so Christian playing the contrabassoon could be a cool idea. What do you think, Husky Dog 88? Would that work out fine? Speaking of which, one of the scenes that I've made for the episode Clifford's Class Trip, on the last day of the UK trip, we made a scene where all the dogs play Rule Britannia with T-Bone on trombone, Cleo on flute, Jeffy on drums, Clifford on tuba, and Christian on contrabassoon. I've made that video back in September, but and and yeah, that's That's really cool. I've watched that episode multiple times on the DVD of Adventures in Dragonland. Yes, it is a JVC VCR. The TV is a Polaroid TV, which Polaroid actually sponsored art for back in the 1990s, in the late 1990s. An Alaska fan. Yes. I've had it for about a year, almost 2 years, and it still runs great. Anyway, Husky Dog 88, how did you like Disney actors appearing for Clifford, the Big Red Dog, beginning in season 3 and later, where Disney legends would start voicing Clifford characters, like Samuel E. Wright doing Charlie's Uncle Benjamin in season 3, Jerry Orbach appearing in season 4 and possibly season 5 as well. And of course, in season 6, Catherine Beaumont and Jodie Benson. Yeah. And how did you like the Disney cast expanding, especially for season 6? Yeah, I do know that movie in Game Lover 98. Yes, I remember that very, very well. You're going back to the man village right now. Because Bagheera told Mowgli that he had to go back to the man village so that Shere Khan the tiger doesn't eat them all up. Yes, I remember that. Yeah. Okay, what is your last question, Movie and Game Lover 98? And you can also thank me tonight for having you in the stream once it ends, if you'd like. Movie&GameLover98. I do. And you know, Husky Dog 88, what if there was another film from the 1950s where they call it the Thomas's Snowsuit? Wow. I never knew that. I never knew that at all. Uh oh. And you know, Husky Dog 88, what if there was a Disney animated feature film that focused on the Cheshire Cat, released in 1955, called The Cheshire Cat, The Cheshire Cat's Mischievous Adventure, or something like that, or The Cheshire Cat's Mischievous Wonderland Adventure, where this time we have the Cheshire Cat be the main character and Alice be the supporting one. In the original, Alice was the main character and the Cheshire Cat was the supporting character. We would still have Sterling Holloway voice the Cheshire Cat again, just like with the original Alice in Wonderland. We'll still have Sterling Holloway voice him. A spin-off film. It'll be 30 minutes longer than the original. Only Alice doesn't appear as much in the sequel, in the Cheshire Cat film, as much as she did in the original. What do you think the plot for the 1955 film, The Cheshire Cat's Mischievous Wonderland Adventure, be about? His missing teeth. And what should he do? Should he be on the hunt to find his missing teeth? Oh, yeah. Yeah, the caterpillar could steal it. Alice will be a supporting character in the Cheshire Cat film. It'll be, I'm going to say, released in November of 1955. And you know what I was thinking? What if we had Milt Franklin do the musical direction in this film, making this the only Disney animated film to have Milt Franklin involved in doing music composition. He mainly composed music for Looney Tunes cartoons since the mid-1950s. But for this Disney Cheshire Cat film, this would be the only Disney film where Franklin does the composition. After Oliver Wallace left with Lady and the Tramp, yeah, the caterpillar could steal it. So, yeah, Milt Franklin was... Did you know Milt Franklin was the musical director for Looney Tunes starting in 1954? It would come out after Lady and the Tramp. Because Lady and the Tramp came out in June of 1955, and this will come out in November of 1955. Did you know that he was the music composer for Looney Tunes cartoons starting around 1954, musical director beginning in 1954, and then eventually rearranged the arrangements of Merrily We Roll Along and The Merry-Go-Round Broke Down for the Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies cartoons in the following year, 1955, beginning with Hairbrush for Merrily We Roll Along and Sahara Hair for The Merry-Go-Round Broke Down. And unfortunately, he passed in 1962 while he was composing music for the cartoon The Jet Cage, which was a 1962 Looney Tunes short featuring Sylvester and Tweety. Yes, he did. After Carl Stalling originally did that between 1936. Carl Stalling did the arrangements for most of the variations of the theme, except for the one from 1955 to 64, which was arranged by Franklin. Hi. And Carl's It's going to snow tomorrow where I'm at. Snow is likely tomorrow. And we have Sterling Holloway voiced the Cheshire Cat and Catherine Beaumont voiced Alice in Wonderland for the Cheshire Cat film. Should this also be the first film where we get to have, like, maybe Phil Harris involved? Or possibly maybe have this be one of the earliest films with Harris involved? Or maybe even Sebastian Cabot voicing new characters? And yeah, we'll keep the original cast, but should we add in 2 new characters, or should we just keep the same characters from the film? Maybe he can play a wise dog that helps the Cheshire Cat find what he's looking for. So what did you think of that film being the only Disney film to have music composed by Milt Franklin instead of Oliver Wallace or George Bruns? And you know, what? Yeah, what if there was like another film, you know, there's the Jungle Book, but what if we did another film called The Farm Book, which will be from 1970, let's say maybe 1974. That will basically be about a little girl who wants to stay in the farm, but her mother says that she cannot because she is worried that she would hurt the animals. I said Phil Harris would play a wise dog who helps the Cheshire Cat find what he is looking for. In this case, his missing teeth. Yeah. He is a Great Dane named, oh, we should name him, maybe we can name the dog Victor. Victor the dog for the Cheshire Cat sequel, the Cheshire Cat film. And how did you like that it's a role reversal in terms of who is the main character and who's the supporting one? Because in the original, Alice was the main character and the Cheshire Cat was a supporting character. But for the Cheshire Cat film, the Cheshire Cat would take place as the main character and Alice would be a supporting character. And what if there was another Disney animated feature called The Farm Book, which is like the Jungle Book, except it takes place in the farm and there's farm animals. I know Home on the Range kind of did that, but it'll be about a little girl who wants to stay at the farm, but his mom says that she cannot. Because let's say the girl is named maybe we should call her Zoe. No, aside from accidentally pulling a cat's tail, that isn't the case. a even though a cat isn't technically a farm animal, but and I was thinking, what if this was the only Disney animated feature that had Mel Blanc involved in it? And the only film to have both Sterling Holloway and Mel Blanc. And Jean Vanderpyle could play the mom. Yeah, but what do you think of the Farm Book being the only film to have Mel Blanc involved in Disney where he does dialogue? And maybe we could have Alan Reed play. Uh, uh, Jean Vanderpyle would play the girl's mother, and Alan Reed would play the father. The girl's name, we'll call her Zoe. The mom will be called, let's see, Brittany would be the mom. And the dad could be named, let's see, how about the dad's name is Patrick? And we'll have music composed. We'll have songs written by the Sherman Brothers, and we can have Hoyt Curtin do the music, along with George Bruns, where Bruns and Curtin collaborate together. What animal do you think Mel Blanc should play in the Farm Book? Well, it came after I watched The Jungle Book, and I thought it would be a cool idea if there was a film, a similar film, except it takes place on the farm, and let's say there is a rooster who always likes to have fun with the little girl Zoe, just like Baloo does with Mowgli. And they would sing different barnyard tunes. Yeah. Oh, maybe we could have Mel Blanc voice the horse. Mel Blanc could voice the talking and singing horse. And he would use a similar voice to that of Foghorn Leghorn. But he would use we could use the Barnyard Dog's voice for the horse. So he would voice that character. Mm-hmm. Yep. And this could also be Jean Vanderpyle's only role on a Disney film, where she, of course, voices Zoe's mother. You're not going to believe this, but Husky Dog 88, did you know that there is actually a Jumpstart game? I think it was Jumpstart Toddlers, where Dee Dee the Duck was voiced by Gray Delisle, who also did Emily Elizabeth, and also Cam Clark, who was also the voice of Mac and KC in Clifford the Big Red Dog, was also in the game. Cam Clark did the voice of some characters in that game, like the ABC Toadstool Mice. And that game came out in 2000. So maybe the game was being recorded. Yes. Let's say Hanna-Barbera was given permission from Disney to let them borrow these voiceovers for this Disney film. And of course, what did you think of the fan-made Warner Bros. Cartoon compilation DVD called Doggone Canine Fun? Which Disc 1 had episodes of the fan-made Hanna-Barbera version of Clifford the Big Red Dog, and Disc 2 contained 2 episodes of Scooby-Doo, Where Are You?, 2 episodes of the Flintstones featuring Dino, and 5 Looney Tunes shorts featuring the Barnyard Dog. I'm going to send you a link so that And how did you especially like Disc 2? Would you like to know what episodes would be on Disc 2 of the Doggone Canine Fun release? How did you like this being the only DVD to have both Looney Tunes and the Flintstones on the compilation? Both Looney Tunes and the Flintstones. as well as Scooby-Doo. Okay. Would you like to know what episodes would be included for Disc 2 of the fan-made Warner Brothers cartoon compilation DVD Dog-Con Canine Fun? Yeah. Well, I wish that happened. I wish PBS would have done something about it, but anyway, yeah. And would you like to know what the episodes are for Disc 2 of Doggone Canine Fun? All right. So for the episodes for Disc 2 of Doggone Canine Fun, the episodes that would be included on here would be, it would start off with the Scooby-Doo Where Are You episode, A Clue for Scooby-Doo. After that episode is finished, we get another Scooby-Doo Where Are You episode called Never Ape and Ape Man. After that Scooby-Doo Where Are You episode is finished, we switch over to an episode of the Flintstones called Dino Goes Hollyrock. And then after that Flintstones episode is over, we go into another Flintstones episode called Dino Disappears, but on the back cover, it'll be called Dino Goes Missing, which is another alternate title for it. And then after that Flintstones episode, Dino Disappears, is over, we would get 5 Looney Tunes cartoons that feature Barnyard Dog in them, but 4 of them also feature Foghorn Leghorn on there as well. And these Looney Tunes shorts would all be from the Merry Melodies series. They would be the 1958 short Feather Bluster, the 1958 short Weasel While You Work, which is a pun on Whistle While You Work, the 1956 short The High and the Flighty, which also stars Foghorn Leghorn and Barnyard Dog like the previous 2 shorts, except Daffy Duck also appears in The High and the Flighty. Then the 1957 short Fox Terror, once again with Foghorn Leghorn and Barnyard Dog. And then finally the 1958 short Don't Ax Me, which is a short featuring Barnyard Dog and Daffy Duck, but this short doesn't feature Foghorn Leghorn in that one. But out of all those 5 Looney Tunes shorts that would be included, which all have Barnyard Dog, 4 of them would also feature Foghorn Leghorn as well. And yeah, that's basically what would be on Disc 2 did you like the shorts and the episodes that I explained for disc 2, making Doggone Canine Fun the only DVD to have both the Flintstones and Looney Tunes on the DVD. And we did come up with a fan-made 1964 Clifford the Big Red Dog series featuring Phil Harris as Clifford and B. Bennett Garrett as Emily Elizabeth. And we made that one scene. I made that one scene where Betty Rubble read Bam Bam a story, which was a nod to the Speckle stories from Clifford the Big Red Dog 2000 series. And the book she reads would be a book that was actually published, Chicken Soup with Rice, which was published in 1962. And she would read that book to Bam Bam in that Clifford episode, Cliff Rock the Big Red Dinosaur, which is obviously the Clifford crossover episode with the Flintstones. And I also made another scene where both Barney and Betty Rubble and Fred Flintstone all break down crying when Cliff Rock had to leave. And let's say that production started. Let's say that production for the Hanna-Barbera version of Clifford the Big Red Dog started exactly at the same time season 4 of the Flintstones began production. The Dogstones, yes. Well, that was the Q&A stream. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I will look forward to be making more streams again next time. Until then, this is me signing off.